Okay, so the first, mic checker, mic checker, mic checking. It's like this is like let me stop. The first first entry into the greatest of all time. A discussion, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood reviewing episode numero uno. All right, so the series starts with a dope shot of a mistress. You know what I mean? Real big mistress. You know, juxtaposed with the freezing alchemist creating a transmutation circle, a big transmutation circle. Crazy. It's really, I put it on there. It's really crazy. My bad. No shirt on right now. I look good though. But it's crazy the amount of foreshadowing that was placed in that first episode of Full Metal Alchemist. And I remember there's an episode when they started to realize what's happening that they tap back in and they're like, wow, like Freezing Alchemist wasn't tweaking. But so pretty much they show the hierarchy of King Bradley to Colonel Mustang to the Elric brothers. Like, you know who's in charge. You know what I mean? King Bradley, Fuhrer King Bradley. Only time that saying Fuhrer is okay. We don't like that other dude. And Buddy, you know what I mean? They are there tripping there. Right? So he trying to be a Fuhrer. He tripping. But yeah, bro. King Bradley is one of the coldest mugs ever, bro. I can't wait to like really see him dogging people out. Colonel Mustang. Let him light him up. Like light him up. I might get the Mustang glove for that. Look for that. Ooh. Mustang is cold to me. I love the Colonel Mustang. That boy light you up. Mustang. But yeah, so and then the Elric brothers, you already know. Then the goated opening. That's joy. I get. That's that shit. I play with that. Oh, that's one of the best. Like Full Metal Alchemist don't miss, bro. Because everything about their show is hard, bro. They really in my peak. They might be my peak fiction. Like they up there. I watch that joint maybe once or twice a year, bro, just to be like, yo, this is too good. But yeah, they got it. And Edward and Alphonse are commanded to apprehend the freezing alchemist, Isaac the Freezer. That was the name of buddy, Isaac the Freezer. He was kind of sick too. I kind of liked because he wasn't just a freezing alchemist. He really was the water alchemist, like low key, because he would make steam. Like he knew probably the compositions of water. You know what I mean? We all kind of H2O or whatever, but he knew how to like heat it up, how to freeze it, how to goddamn make it mist. You know what I mean? Like he was really sick. Like he had a dope grasp of his power. I feel like he just kind of got nerfed, but he was fire. Edward has a special ability to make alchemy without transmutation circles. In their world, you have to have some type of transmutation circle to conjure up your alchemic powers. You dig what I'm talking about? And Buddy, he was blessed, saw the door, saw the truth. That truth character, I can't wait to talk about that truth character. That truth character is cold. Oh man, I love Full Metal. But yeah. Basically, he can that's his trademark. Like, well, no, that's not his trademark. He has a special ability to perform alchemy without transmutation circles, an automail right arm, and a trademark red jacket. Everybody know Edward, you know what I mean? Golden hair, red jacket, metal arm, Full Metal Alchemist. Don't call him short. First short joke of the show was he just a runt. Show short joke meter. Ding. One, I'm gonna try to put the tally mark. Ding. I'm gonna get my editing right. Y'all better stop playing with me. That's why I like these videos. These videos, I'm gonna play more of my editing than I can in my gaming videos. Because that's all off my PS4. So I can edit, but I can't edit as much. It's kind of just gameplay on there. But these are gonna be fun. This is where I'm gonna show my editing chops. But there was another short joke in there because I got another meter. Ding. And then Freezing Alchemist. I think at the end, every episode I'm gonna tally how many short jokes it was because I'm short. And Edward Elric, it was representation. Yeah, he was goated. Where is my Winfrey? My Winry? I said Winfrey. I'm sick. Where's my? Oprah. Where's my Winfrey? I'm not mad at that either, baby. I couldn't be no bum dude though. I couldn't be no dude living off no woman like she paying my bills and shit. Like, I could. Like I gotta work too, bitch. I gotta work too, bitch. But yeah, so Frieza Alchemist resigned after the war on Ishval. Real crazy conflict. It was going crazy out there. Ed shows his moral compass and says he would never kill. You know what I mean? Because he beefing with Buddy. They squabbling. Bing, 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 bing. I remember that. And he was like, bro, I'm not killing. Like, I'm not doing that. Nah. And he was like, yo, you're a dog in the military. They're going to have you, bing, when they tell you to. You're in the military, B. And he's like, no, I'm not doing it. No. So we're going to see where that goes. Hughes. That was my boy. Hughes makes his intro, bro, as a loving dad to Alicia and husband to Gracie. Dude is a big softie. I put it in my notes. You know what I mean? Good dude. And then he offered the Elrics a spot to sleep. Because when you look at the story, like, a lot of animes is like all the characters is young. And then there's a few like old dudes who's goated. And then it's like, it's not really 20-something-year-olds. It's usually like you're either 14, your masters is 50-something, or y'all all in your 20s, right? And like Full Metal Alchemist was like, they were like the only kids for real. If you really look at it, they were like when I look at them, I just finished watching BMF. They kind of was like BMF, bro. Like they was the only young niggas doing it, bro. Real spill, bro. Alchemist F, bro. Stop playing with them. But yeah, bro. Joint was fire. And then yeah, so they go with they go to Hughes' house, Lieutenant Hughes. Then Scarf J. Kimberly was first introduced. You know what I mean? He in a prison. Buddy, the frozen alchemist. I'm gonna just keep calling him the frozen. They call him the freezer, so I'm gonna call him the freezer. So the freezer comes up to the crimson alchemist, Kimberly the dog, and he was like, "Yo, bro, like I know you want to get out of here. Like I know they locked you up after the war, and I know you sick. I know you know what I mean. I know you probably killed all of them because he got arrested for killing his superiors, and they delve into why he killed the superiors. But like he got arrested for killing all his superiors, and he got locked up after the war. And he's like, yeah, I know you killed your superiors because you was sick about what happened at the war. He was like, you think that's why I did it? Boy, stop. But then he just laughed at that, man. He's like, man, I ain't hearing that. And now that I talked about it a little bit, like the freezer's ability to heat or cool water. He can freeze the water in people's veins because he did this really cool thing with this with the prison guard. I'm remembering, like when he went to see Kimberly, he walked away and he was like, great job. And he patted this security officer that he had like incapacitated, but he falls over and cracks like a freaking vase. And it's like, dang, he probably froze like the water in his blood. You know what I mean? We 70% water. So you can control water. You can, in effect, control the world. The world is 70% water and we're 70% water. I think that's funny. Isn't that weird? That's a weird juxtaposition, bro. What if it was different? What if the world was 70% land and our bodies was like 70% something else? Like, that'd be interesting. It would be interesting if the world was 70% land where you could just kind of walk anywhere for the most part. That would be really cool. Okay. If the world was quick side note, if the world was 70% land, I think highways and whoever was to create the highways and had control over highways would be the biggest resource in the world. It'd be the number one, because whoever controls the highways will control commerce and will control like money flow and shit like that. I think it'd be sweet. Hughes shows his heart, discussing the dogs of the military. And yeah, he was kind of talking to Edward and Alphonse. He's like, yo, like, what are y'all doing in here? Like, y'all should not be, military dogs, you dig? And it was around this time. He's like, yo, what are y'all doing this for and everything? And they trying to hide the fact that Alphonse got his body, you know what I mean? I finna break that. They start reminiscing, thinking about it. And they're like, dang, like, their moms had passed and that's all they had, and I could feel them on that. And they were like, yo, we got to get her back. So they got they pretty much put together like what is physically the composition of a human body. And they tried to bring her body back. But that's the thing, is like, what's the price of a human soul? That's a really big motif of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. what does it cost to tamper with a soul, to use a soul, to have these powers, these alchemy, philosopher's stone powers? Like, what does it really take? You know what I mean? And like, I love it because they really come to the answer, like, a human soul is invaluable. Like, it's priceless. Like, because every human soul is unique, bro. That's the only reason why we live. Like, that's the only reason why we have any care of the world. Like, because we didn't have souls, bro. If we could live, breathe, and move, but we didn't have souls, we wouldn't feel, you know? Yeah, Hughes talks about dogs in the military, brothers reminisce. Major Alex Louise Armstrong. It's my boy. Elric. Elric brothers. Those are my boys. I play with him. Basically, he the strong arm alchemist. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want to do something, he gonna walk up to you, like, hey, you know, strong arm your ass. But now he kind of makes, like, I don't know why they don't call him like the Earth Alchemist, because he just like transforms things into like fist, and like he really a earthbender. He really a earthbender, but we gonna say he the strong arm alchemist. Yeah, buddy, I say he's such a meme. He's a total meme, bro. I love Armstrong, bro. I ain't gonna spoil. I mean, everybody has seen this show, bro. But in the context of this discussion, we're going episode by episode, so I'm trying to inch it up. But yeah, I love Armstrong. And I'm gonna try to make sure, ding, like when I say a name, put a picture up so people get a visual. You know what I mean? I've been learning. I've been watching my favorite content creators. Look, y'all not gonna be the only one in this space, in this verse. Everything getting digital, so you gotta start having some type of digital content to really make headway and make another financial stream. You know, it's all about revenue streams, baby. But then Mustang confronts the Freezer, so he caught up to Buddy. So Mustang confront Freezer. That's Buddy with the snap fire alchemist, but Buddy's like pretty much a water alchemist. So he threw some on his ass. I think he splashed some water on his ass because Reza, his little bae, they don't never say that's his bae. That's his bae though. They together. And yeah, I mean, they little stick. He got wet. She's like, yeah, you're useless when it rains. You're no use when there's water around. He's like, man, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? He need to get a sword. I don't know what's wrong with his ass. You need to get a blick. So he's like, pew, 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 what you talking about? Pew, pew, pew. I do this. You need a blick. Then the Freezer kind of starts showing the PTSD of his past, right? He starts really breaking down what it meant to be in the military and like all of the crazy things they had to do, the people they had to kill that was just civilians, the fact that they really was pillaging a whole nation with no real justification or cause, bro. They really have no reason to do what they did to Ishval. But they was told to. And since you're a military dog, like they were saying, like, yo, you're going to do what we tell you to do. Or else. And they was doing it. So, you know what I mean? But then after his speech, you know what I mean? They wasn't trying to hear it. They're like, whatever, nigga. After his speech, he was like, man, okay. So he was going to freeze Central, which is like the central part of Amestris. Like central, like base or whatever. He was going to freeze that joint with the frozen moisture in the air. I'm like, oh, he cold. He freezing the moisture in the air. He crazy. And then he was fighting with the Elric brothers, you know what I mean? They was catching up to him. And all this is happening in the middle of Central, right? So, like, they know who the freezing alchemist is. They know their order is to capture him. And this whole process of this episode, the whole setting is in Central. And they're running around these back streets trying to corner this guy. So that's how they keep introducing every different alchemist and stuff like that. Like Armstrong pops up trying to catch him. The Elric brothers is trying to catch him. Mustang and Reza Hawkeye is trying to catch him. So it's like it's all based around trying to catch this guy. You know what I mean? Like he's supposed to be this, and he's just hollering at Fuhrer Bradley like Fuhrer Bradley, like he knows what they did. I don't know how he got the intel, but he got some intel on that stupid ass. So after his speech, he knocks off Alphonse's helmet, showing for the first time that his soul was bonded to the back of the armor. You know what I mean? With the little Full Metal Alchemist. You know what I mean? He bonded that joint to save his brother's life, you know, because his brother was out of there. He had disappeared. They took his arm, his leg, and his brother's whole body. And he was like, give me a soul back. Give me that. But then, yeah, it was crazy because they tried to do human transmutation and stuff. I kind of broke down a little bit, and it's I put as a side note, like it's impressive that Baby Edward was able to save his bro's soul while being injured. Like that's really underrated in terms of like willpower of a character. Like everybody always talk about planet breaker. I mean, all right, like he was written to break a planet. Stop it. And I argue too, like not to make a power. I hate power scaling stuff because power scaling people like feats. I'm like, okay, so you're really just talking about how the artist decided to write the character. Like you can't compare how one artist wrote one character to how another artist wrote another character. It don't work. It sounds stupid. And then the people like, he broke a planet. All right, if it's a story, how can we really for certain say that planet is as strong as our planet? What exactly? That's the point. That's the nuance of a story, bro. Like you really like we be trying to make stories real life. Like it's a written story, bro. You know who's the one who's gonna win? The one who's written to win. Come on now. But basically, I just think that was dope. Like that's one of the more, if we talking about feats, that's one of the more impressive feats of all time in any anime. To be like, he might have been 7, or like let's say, because Alphonse is like they're 14 and like 12 in the middle of the show, right? So Edward might have been 10, and Alphonse might have been 8 when his whole body was gone. He had the wherewithal with his arm and his leg. Really, he really was missing his leg. He was missing his leg before he did the transmutation. He makes a circle and does the whole transmutation and go save his brother, like under duress. Like he ain't got no leg. He could have just been like, "Oh, my brother!" And like any other 10-year-old kid and died. But you know what I mean? He made it happen. Brought his brother back. So that was fire. I always thought that was sick. And then this dude, the Freezer, he started bloodbending. I'm like, yo, yeah, I put like, yo, he started bloodbending. He's a menace. This dude started like, I can harden my own blood. I'm like, what? Are you Katara? This dude started bloodbending, bro. I couldn't believe he started bloodbending. I'm like, yo, he's a bloodbender, bro. Like, stop playing with his head. I just don't know why he wasn't really bloodbending. Like, what are you doing, Edward? He should have been grabbing him up. But yeah. Somebody texted me. I'm about to block her. Something random. If somebody hits you online, this is for PSA, man. If a woman hits you online talking about, be my sugar baby, just talk to me, block her, bro. She gonna try to get your information. There's even ways, I know if you text somebody a certain amount of time, they can get into your information and stuff. She tried to get to my WhatsApp. Oh, can we just talk on WhatsApp? No, why can't we just talk on Instagram? What? So I'm about to block her, but I want to let that know. I know I'm gonna have some older viewers, some younger viewers. This is gonna be a big channel, bro. I don't care, bro, because I'm gonna keep going, bro, and people gonna respect it. And I'm nicer than your favorites. And we can box, we can hoop, we can play any game except for shooting games. I'll put money on 2K16. Money on 2K16. Your favorite YouTuber can't beat me in 2K16. I promise you that. I'm an 8-time champion in 2K16. Stop playing with me. Yeah, so the Freezer start bloodbending. He's a menace. Crazy man. And then King Bradley unsheathed. This is exactly how I wrote it, because it was epic how he did it. King Bradley unsheathed and ended that fool to Freezer. Because he was ready. He was hyped to fight Bradley. He was going in. I'm like, bro, Bradley not here for play with you, Duke. He going to chop you down and move on. And that's what he did, you know what I mean? Because he was like, yo, first off, you right. You right as shit. But that ain't for everybody else to know. He was like, I got to take you out now. You talking too much, too heavily. You don't see my mustache and my eye patch? You're finished. Ain't never gonna be a nigga with a mustache and eye patch combo like that ever again. And okay, and then it flashed like in the beginning of the episode when he first started messing with the transmutation circle, a mysterious figure in white shows his face when the circle starts, right? And then at the end, once Bradley took his ass down, that figure in white like flashed again and then closed his eyes. That was really epic foreshadowing. Like this, who's this figure in white? Dun, dun, dun. Who is this? And then 2 mysterious figures pop out at the end, and it's like ominous kind of red light. This sultry kind of looking woman. Yeah, I mean she a little lusty, if I must say so myself. And then this big old boy, fat old boy, over there, he live in the back of the Golden Corral, hungry. He ain't, you know what I mean? He don't go for one plate, he go for 3 plates. He don't get seconds, he get fifths. Big old boy. Yeah, they show both of them, man. And I'm like, ooh. So I ain't even watched episode 2 yet. I'm going to try to make sure I do these videos right after I watch it so it's fresh in my mind. I kind of did these reviews like 3 weeks ago. But I greatly appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Black Karma in the building.